Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Council of Reeds here at the comic shop in Liverpool. I'm Dylan, here with Jason.
G'day.
No knitting again.
Knittingless.
It's been fine.
Fommy.
Hey, hey!
And Dave.
Hi.
Hi, Dave.
I'm counting my calories. Did I tell you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
You told us about
I don't know if you told the listeners, but you told us.
What's your high score, Dave?
Oh, 5,000. I think
How much does a
reckon-
regular person have in a day?
I think 1,500 or so it's supposed to be. Max, or
like,
1,200?
It told me I should stick to 1,500 to
Yeah.
meet my goals. No.
Depends what your goals are. You have different goals to whatever it was you were reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours was shorter life.
I think it's like 2,700. Oh, no, that's kilojoules. That's energy. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, let's
Why
not.
could be two things to
Come
count?
back, Nin.
Just one.
God damn.
I already accounted for these.
Our feature comics this week. Superman, the last days of Lex Luthor, issue 1.
Black label size?
And X-Men Hellfire Gala.
Whoa, there's going to be some not happy people about this one, I reckon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Pretty
cool.
crazy.
I'm intrigued.
We're going to go through some of our top picks from... our top picks from the latest issue of previews. We've got an announcement for Loki Season 2.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion's finale. This week.
Don't even talk about leaving the best to last.
Yeah. Well, it's second last. Jason and I watched Invincible Atom Eve special.
Up and atom.
Up and
Up
at
and
them.
at them.
Goggles
And
do nothing.
Jason, you're feeling Flashback.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
It may or may not be a biopic.
The time Jay met Jake the Snake Roberts.
And Samian.
Gave him the atomic throw.
It's just camera angles.
Yes.
Alright, we'll get to that.
Alright, comic books, let's do it.
Alright,
Superman.
Dylan, tell us all about it.
Okay, Superman, the last days of Lex Luthor. Is about the last days of Lex Luthor because he finds out he has space cancer from
Yes.
kryptonite.
Yes.
What about North? Why did it have to be
Because
space?
it come from kryptonite.
Yeah, kryptonite's from space. It's like Captain Marvel, right?
Space cancer?
It's like Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's
Well, he
funny
gets
when
it
it
from
happens
the
to
bad
humans.
Yeah.
Bad guys.
He kind of gives himself space cancer.
Yeah, that's the best bit.
Yeah, by trying to kill Superman.
Yes.
Yeah, so boo-hoo. Baldy?
The way he's written in this is very Silver Age.
Yes.
He's much more Gene Hackman.
Yes.
Like, moustache
Scheming
chewing.
and
yeah, yeah,
I'm the bad
yeah.
man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like embracing that the whole world knows I'm
Yeah.
a piece of shit and gonna be happy I'm dying.
Just to get Superman's attention, he sends this giant robot to this island and attacks the island, threatening to sink it.
Yeah.
Like the city's going to sink and millions of people are going to die, and then Superman manages to stop it, and he did all of that just to get Superman's attention, and be like, "Hey, I'm dying.
You gotta help me.
Save me."
When a card's not efficient, you go to other means.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Or phone call, or text.
Like it was alright, but not I didn't think a home run.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it was a bit quirky.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not too crash hot on this kind of Lex these days. You know, it's a bit shallow.
Yes.
To crash on me, to be honest.
I like the flashback parts probably the most.
Yeah,
Like
well,
a
that's
couple of pages of
interesting.
Smallville of
Yeah.
Clark and Lex were cool.
Yeah, it goes back to Smallville, and they were friends in Smallville when they were in high school. In the Silver Age,
It's always been a thing.
Interesting.
Lex loses his hair because of something, and then he blames Superman for it.
Alopecia.
Maybe. Space out.
Space. Space. That kryptonite does a lot of
Yes, that's right.
Not a lot of them good.
Oh, there is one panel I wanted to show you guys because we thought this was like good hitch, right?
It's the best hitch I've seen in a while,
Yeah.
besides Ultimate Invasion.
Thanks to Kevin Nellin.
Yes.
But there is one part here that I almost. Look at that Superman. Look at that Superman.
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
But they're in the distance, so the
it's a
detail
Venom
isn't
panel.
supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That tiny head.
Yeah. He ran out of room. He's drawn the panel lines.
It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
So my favourite,
Beetlejuice.
yeah, it's like my favourite John Mulaney joke. Happy birthday with a big H, and then oh shit, I haven't got my space left, and then the big little A.
I do that every time.
Yeah, exactly right.
But it's not a bad first issue. They got a candle and stuff. And
Yeah.
It's interesting.
You see Zod.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. But
3-parter.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, cool.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we usually shit all over Hitch, but
And it's weight on Superman. Too.
yeah.
Like,
It's never going to be terrible.
That's right.
It was just a little more. Being Black Label, I would have expected a bit more serious Lex, not
Yeah,
not
exactly.
60s.
He's
like
very much.
Lex.
He looks like fucking Gene Hackman too
Yes,
sometimes.
Man.
He's just going through a midlife crisis here, isn't he?
He's dying of space cancer. Goddamn, Dave, keep up.
Apart from that.
He couldn't answer the other day. Why are the green and purple? Is that just his colours? Is there any
that's just
reason?
his colours.
Just his
Toys.
colours?
That's always been his colours since.
just
Yeah,
what-
it's superpowers.
Toys.
Yeah, I just thought because it's the same as Riddler, isn't it?
Yeah, and Joker essentially.
Yeah, Joker as well, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's superpowers toys. I think is
Yeah,
where it
fair enough,
begins.
fair enough.
The power suit, because you can't just have Lex Luthor,
Yeah.
businessman.
Oh, before then he did have that weird
Oh,
with the collar.
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
So was that superpowers? Or
That
was
might have been before, right?
Superpowers.
Well, like Superman, Batman era? Like McGuinness?
No, way before that.
okay.
80s.
Yeah, like 60s. I feel like he had that 60s, right?
Yeah,
It was
flippy-
green.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
purple with the
yeah.
collar. Yeah.
Super Friends. That's probably
Super
where it
Friends.
goes. Even further back.
Super Friends. Yeah, that's it.
Glad I asked.
Cartoons and toys.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, of course.
He needs a costume.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's just a bald dude.
Yeah.
How is that He-Man book?
I know, still here.
Still here?
I keep forgetting to take it out.
Cool. Awesome.
I'll never read it. Let's be honest.
Alright. I might disappear this afternoon then.
Alrighty, next up, X-Men Hellfire Gala 2023. First thing I'll say, this is a big, fat, chunky $8.99 US book, but it is very fat.
It's bigger than Berserker.
Way bigger than Berserk.
Got a lot of words.
The other thing I'll say though, like
nice-
if you're reading X-Men and you're gonna skip it because the Hellfire Gala sometimes is meh, I do highly recommend picking it up if you
Lots of pretty dresses.
follow on the X-Men stuff because it's pretty big.
Some of the designs is
In
immaculate.
all regards, it's pretty big.
Are we gonna spoil or not spoil?
I think spoil because
Spoil.
I want to know.
Massive spoils. So like it's the X-Men Gala. There's some humans there and blah blah blah. The Avengers get taken off. I think it's from the
Wow, look at
Free
that
Comic Book Day
side
story.
tooth.
Actually, they
Jesus.
leave. Yes, big part of it's the bringing back of Kamala Khan. Hey, you're actually a mutant. Blah blah blah.
They wanted to announce that she's
Yeah,
leaving
but she
now.
doesn't. Or like Xavier's like, nah, look, you do it at your time, right. But the Hellfire Gala
Seriously, that quick?
they can bring her back. Yeah.
Wow. Like I knew the book was coming in a couple of months' time, but now?
Well, because they're trying to use her as a bit of a publicity stunt
Okay.
because they're shit and the humans hate them. Look, we brought one of yours back. She's one of ours, really, though.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry. Please continue.
so the Hellfire Gala last couple of years, it's where they vote on a new team going forward. So Cyclops and Jean just announced that they're going to step back. Full spoilers. They're going to step back and not run the team. And Sync and Talon.
Question, who are these two?
Yeah. Who are
I
they?
don't know.
Okay, because they're in the guys
Yes.
preview.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Because they're asking about, hey, I heard a rumor that when you first started this, somebody was like, we're the new gods now. And like Magic's like, yeah, damn right we said that shit. It's like, interesting. Who are you? We work for the old ones. And I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
One looks like an anorexic Mr. Sinister.
But yes, there's definitely snipping little gods thing in
I
there.
like it, I like it.
Cool.
So we get a new team. Jubilee, Juggernaut, blah, blah, blah.
Juggernaut's poo time.
Yes. And then, as they announce the new team, Nimrod comes from space and kills them all. Pretty much. And all the Sentinels and Orisis, or whatever they're called, they're all attacking. They've got plans.
Like all the
Holy
team
shit.
or all everyone there?
The whole team they announced, just about, except for Juggernaut.
Of course.
Okay.
But,
Oh, not Jubes.
yeah, I think so. And it all just goes to shit. Like, 'cause Dr. Stasis rocks up, who is just Sinister, like a clone of Sinister, right? He's been running the stuff with Orisis. And like they've been giving the humans drugs to live a longer life or whatever. Sinister, Dr. Stasis had hacked that and actually poisoned people, and they can kill every human on Earth.
melting.
And they've hacked the gates. They got control of the gates. They got everything. So basically, the Sentinels and Nimrod are just wiping out mutants left, right, and center. Iceman just gets turned to
Melting.
a puddle.
Did you see it?
No,
Dude.
I think so. Oh, jeez.
Because straight away Nimrod's like taking out the Omega level.
Oh,
Iceman
sure.
and Jean Grey sort of thing. And like they're both dead. Sorry, maybe.
Well.
But I guess if...
For how long?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess because they've kind of taken control, there isn't a way for them to come back
Well,
just yet, right?
Maybe not at all.
Yeah.
Oh. Phantom? What's he?
No, I think that's just was Sinister before
Oh,
you knew it was,
okay.
or Dr. Stasis before you knew it was a Sinister.
Okay.
So like basically they're killing heaps of people. They get Xavier. Moira's with Stasis, Sinister, and they get Xavier. Xavier tells every mutant by mind control basically they got to walk through the gates because the people are like get off Earth, never to come back. One mutant comes back, we kill one human. Two mutants come back, we kill 10 humans. Pretty sure you understand how the power of 10 works, Charles. Right?
Ooh.
So like every mutant goes through the gate except for your high-ranking X-Men because they got telepathic barriers. Shit, right.
Weren't you reading this?
I read a quarter of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Why did you stop?
Had
then
a
at
lot
the
of
end,
words.
like
Flipped
the ones that survive with the red triangle, fucking telepathic blockage shit, they bugger off. They're stuck at the Hellfire Gala in New York. They can't use the gates. They're stuck there. And then Rogue comes and saves Xavier just as Moira's about to kill him. She takes him back to the island. And that's where all the mutants are supposed to have gone through the gate to. They're not there. And Charles is like, they're all gone. They're all dead. And it's like, Krakoa, population 1. Or it might have been Akia, the other island,
shit.
or whatever. So, like, maybe
Also-
everyone's dead.
They were all supposed to go to the Mars one.
No, I think back to the other island, like the B island.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It's where Charles thought they're all going through the gates to.
But what about like Wolvie and all that? Like, is
Wolvie, you see Wolvie, he's set somewhere else. Some of the main X-Men, they don't go
okay.
through. Like Emma Frost's got a little band.
and this MODOK dude?
Murdoch's working with Sinister.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's the one that's hacked the gates and hacked the staff. Like, they're fucked. They're gone. At the end,
Mystique?
she just dies off a cliff.
Yeah. Jesus.
Like, it's a massacre. Cyclops got sent back to the treehouse while the party's going on. And he's paralyzed, maybe dying. Like, it's just massacre.
There's so much going on. I don't know who half these people are that are dying.
One, they also got the stupid all fancy clothes on instead of their costumes.
True,
Don't
true.
help, right? But yeah, it was bloodbath.
They'll have it back up somewhere.
But without the 5, if the 5 had gone,
No, like the OG. Because it wasn't always the 5 that did the res. It was
yeah,
Krakoa itself.
Yeah, you
wasn't
need
it?
them. That's the system.
yeah,
Yeah, because you need
No,
gold
who-
balls.
yes,
All right.
There was
Because
the
he's
whole
the
5. That was the
eggs.
whole point.
No, but before that, I swear there was another way to bring it back. Before they established the 5.
No, I think the 5 was straight away.
The 5 was always the thing.
Always?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it probably took a couple issues for them to explain it.
Yes.
But that was always how
Yes.
they came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they did work out a way to do it without one of them, say. Because they had Mimic.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they had
yeah.
the
Replicate.
balls. There's some of the balls
Yeah,
already.
you needed gold balls, I think.
Yeah, that was
Like, Hope was gone. They could bring Hope back by Mimic using her powers or something
Yeah,
like
okay.
that or whatever.
Who's old love at the end?
Oh,
Is that
Scarlet?
Kitty.
Oh, okay.
See, because Kitty...
Oh, the pirate shit.
Yeah. Well, Kitty hasn't been able to go through the gates this whole time on Krakoa.
God damn.
So she always just leans against them and pisses all the other mutants off because the gate's sacred. And in the end, she just leans on the gate and she falls through now. Now she can go through. So you're like, it's like,
It
was
seems
big.
it seems
Big.
interesting, but they always just keep screwing around with it so much. I don't know if I'm glad I stayed away from the Hornet's Nest that is X-Men.
Oh, this is the beginning of the final year of the Krakoan era.
Right.
At San Diego, they teased next year.
Oh, that's right.
New X-Men
New X-Men
logo
stuff. That's
and
right. That's right.
Very Age of Apocalypse looking logo, I thought.
Okay.
So it's the fall of X. You know, they've been pushing for a while.
Yes.
It's coming.
Yes.
So it's the end of Hickman's original, maybe not all of Hickman plan, but you know,
Yeah, the add-on.
The end game's
from
coming.
the original
Yeah.
Hickman story. Yeah.
whether it's exactly his idea or not. but
Interesting.
yeah. It was big. It was big. We'll see where it goes. All right, speaking of big, next up, also, $9.99 US price tag. Ouch. Thanks, Boom. Brzrkr One Shot Poetry Madness by Steve Scroce. This was fantastic. I thought.
Croaky.
I felt justified in my spending purchase.
Yeah, we had to flick through this. There's a lot of
Some amazing double pages.
crazy. Yes, the art's phenomenal. But then, so a bit of background because Dylan was saying like there's some pretty crazy shit near the end of this with out there monsters and stuff. Is it different background stories? Because like you've never seen that kind of shit before from the original Brzrkr stories.
Well, basically, I think this is maybe the first of maybe many one-shots where it's just, what was he doing in some of the times? You know, he's like the King's Guard of Atlantis. This is basically, spoilers, basically the destruction of Atlantis.
Oh, nice.
So, like, he was, the one-man army guard, and, like, that's at the start. It's like, barbarians storming the gates sort of thing, and he just kills them all.
Yeah.
But he found the boy king. His parents had got slaughtered. Looks after him. But now the king's been. The priests have got into him. Some kind of dark god sect or whatever. And they're bringing Cthulhu.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
So Cthulhu is why Atlantis sinks, or the destruction of Atlantis.
How good is his Bram Stoker's Dracula armor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
That art is phenomenal.
Yeah, let me show it to people, a couple of double pages.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed this as a nice single one shot. Then maybe some of the whole book. But like, look at that.
Oof.
It's, wow. Some fantastic stuff. Yeah, great one shot. Yeah, I would like to see more. Like, he's lived for a millennia.
Yeah, there's so much potential
You
for
can
it.
do some cool stuff
Bloody
like
hell.
this, Then he goes on his kung fu and walks the earth to the next one or whatever. But yeah.
As long as you've got some good talent doing it like you've got
Yeah,
there.
that's right. And like, I would like different stuff like this. Like,
Yeah.
get top tier guys,
Yeah.
do some cool one shots. I'd be all over it.
Because it looks like Keanu did this one, so it doesn't have to be Keanu every time, as long as it kind
Scrooge
of...
actually wrote it.
Oh, he wrote it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
right.
Yeah, because on the credits page it says created by Keanu Reeves.
And that's it.
Written.
Wow, that's quite
drawn,
misleading at the front there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, good work, Keanu,
Well, and I guess
for creating it.
he may
That's
he
right.
may know Steve Scrooge.
Well, that's why my next one is going to be, even if Keanu's not writing it, as long as he gets the, because it is his creation, gives the okay on, I'm happy with the narrative or whatever that story is in the one shot. Beautiful. And you've got talented artists, like especially Steve here. Jesus.
Well, because he did some of the Matrix stuff, like storyboard stuff.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Jeff Darrow and him were the main storyboard artists for Matrix back in the day.
Nice.
So like, I could see him going, hey, I know that name at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Next up, Fommy, did you read this one?
I did.
Garth Ennis, Jason Burrows, The Ribbon Queen.
This
This was alright, eh?
was really
Interesting.
really, really interesting. The first thing I'd like to point out, and look, it's nothing against the book, it's nothing against the artist. I think the artist is amazing. His work is really, really cool. I don't know about your spelling the Jason, bro.
Well,
Come on, like, I know it's not your choice, it is your parents, because that is, you're given what you're given.
I would assume he's more a European.
I don't give a damn.
Where they spell things differently.
I don't give a damn. At least it's not a Y.
You gotta spell it Australian.
Spell Australian.
Fair enough.
Besides that, this book's great. So essentially, we've got a female detective police officer that has a hunch that there was so there's a serial killer that a SWAT team killed and saved one of the victims. A couple of years later, this victim's now rocked up dead. She believes it was the head of the SWAT team that did it, and then goes through the story of why she does to her up aboves. And gets home that night and finds a visitor at a house and has an interesting conversation with that certain SWAT leader, and then goes to his house to find old mate cut to ribbons, you could probably say.
Yes.
So we don't think he'd maybe murdered the young girl, even though he seemed like a dirty creeper.
Oh yeah.
It's a one of 8 part. It's building up a really cool serial killer murder mystery, and with the Garth Ennis grit and the police grit that he can create. Did you read the bit at the back?
No.
Okay, so like his little where he came up with the idea and
No,
stuff.
no.
he was talking about something. His old man said, "You don't want to do that. You're going to get cut to ribbons." And he always that image of the guy being flayed came into his head when he was like 6. I'm like, of course it did, Garth. Of course it did. And then he was talking about another situation where he was walking in Ireland, walking along the cliffs, and it got the mist started coming in, so he went inland and found himself in a field face to face with a bull. And has anyone seen With Nail and I? Anyway, there's a scene with a bull and a lot of swearing and so forth. And he thought, he thinks he's going to get trampled because if he tries, so he jumps into the brambles and hides there for like an hour and stuff, cut himself all up deep. And that's where he got the idea of like all the cuts and all this stuff. Plus another idea for something in issue 4. It's like, this makes no sense now, but just trust me, I'm a writer. It's going to make sense. I'm like, I love this guy. He's so damn good. So, 8-part series. I really dig where it's going to go. So
just the pages where she's telling like her boss there's things and why and like just like as soon as she goes don't shut that door. Don't shut that door.
Yeah.
Every time you shut the door,
you tell me something in confidence and it's something I don't want to know. Yeah. And I got so excited at the end because I saw an ad for Marjorie Finnegan. And I'm like, oh, there's more. Oh no, you just have just the trade. Okay, but yeah. If anyone is looking for a good read, Marjorie Finnegan as well.
Yeah, it's fun.
Really
and
fun.
you can't go wrong.
You really can't.
Next up from Scout Comics, Charm City. I read this one. A bit similar sort of vibes. This one is she's like a reporter working the music beat in Baltimore. When Baltimore Raiders cheerleader gets found dead in the river or the harbour, whatever it might be, and she's just on scene just after having breakfast, and she rings her mate in the news office. Hey, he's like, man, we're going to get the jump on it. You got to do the thing. So she goes over, talk to the cops. I'm a reporter. Rah, rah. He's like, show me the body. Opens the body. She's like, oh shit, I know this girl. And your main lead, the reporter girl, she is an excommunicated witch. And like people from her little witch sect are all getting murdered and serial killed and
interesting.
Branded basically with the dead bodies and stuff. And
branding's interesting too.
Yeah.
No witches save.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I quite liked it actually.
Interesting. Is there like a QR code for a soundtrack?
Yeah, it's a soundtrack every couple of pages.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it makes sense with her being the music reporter deal. That's her deal.
Yeah.
I thought it was a nice little touch.
Yeah. That's cool. I'm not a fan of a QR code, but that's cool.
But yeah, it was not bad. If you like that sort of... Very similar, like, real world crimes, but with some mystical elements or supernatural shit. Same. Alright, next up, I read the What If Dark Spider-Gwen.
Sorry, you saying ribbons of skin don't just fall off people?
No, unfortunately, they do
I
not.
might have to reread that book.
This looks Japanese. Sort of reminds me of... I don't know. Maybe it's...
Worried if it reminds you of something.
I'm not up to date on my Japanese characters.
Japanese witches.
Yes. What If Dark Spider-Gwen. So this is, as you would imagine by the cover, if you're people watching, it is what if Pete dies instead of Gwen in the famous Green Goblin throwing him off the bridge.
Oh.
So Goblin it starts off, the first couple of pages are the pages from that issue. Mm-hmm. And then it goes into the story. So Goblin throws her, Pete goes to save us. Pete does save her instead of snapping her neck this time, but he falls in the water and dies. And like, she takes the mask of Spider-Man trying to save Spider-Man. Oh shit, it's Pete, because she didn't know, obviously. So she strips him naked, so no one knows he's Spider-Man. I mean, it's got a real nice old school art. They're trying to do their best. So she takes on herself she's going to get revenge, and she's going to get the Goblin. She doesn't know who the Goblin is, obviously. She gets Harry to help her. So, some spoilers here. So she's got the Spidey suit. She's got her dad's old gun. They've trapped Goblin, but she can't shoot him. Because Pete wouldn't do it. Rah, rah, rah. But Harry's there to help. Harry's like, I'm no hero. Bang, shoots him.
Oh.
And then unmasks Dad, and he's like, Harry to Gwen's like, you're a murderer. You made me do this. And yeah, he becomes the Goblin, and she sort of becomes Spider-Man.
Yeah, she can only sort of become Spider-Man.
Yes.
Because, like...
She got no powers.
That's it. Like, I like the way it went down because she didn't use powers.
Yeah,
she used a trap and stuff like that. But at the end, when she is webbing away, is a little bit... Okay.
You can do
Cartridge.
web shooters.
No, I get that, but
Yes.
the agility, the arm sockets, like
Like just having a climb. Can you imagine climbing?
she's
ropes like that.
she's fit as in that book. Don't get me wrong, but fitness only get me so far. There's not the agility and the proportional strength of a spider.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or you can swing around on one arm.
Yes.
And that's holding back.
Worked for Tarzan.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
the Harry bit was really made
That's
the
cool.
book you go.
That's-
That's a great, nice, old school what if, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Very.
Well, I'm really keen because there's a Venom one coming up soon.
Yeah,
and
Ben Grimm one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
really
that's
intrigued.
this week, I
That's
think.
insane.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued because the last couple have been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have thought I would have bought it, but I was like, and it's Jerry Conway writing it, the writer of the original Daffy Gwen Stacy
Oh, nice.
co-writing. So I had to buy it, and I was glad I did.
Don't tell
Is
me
it
that
him
again.
co-writing or is it him getting a name because of the first
Uh,
few pages?
I would assume he probably came up with the plot,
Okay.
and they got
Yeah, cool.
so it's a modern guy.
Because, yeah, they can
dialogue
easily
it.
get away with that.
Oh, for sure.
Anyway, it looks good too.
Yeah,
Old school.
Yeah, they
Old
tried
school look.
to fit. I've enjoyed both dark what if so
I
far.
like that Harry look, the gaunt
Yeah.
and the hair. Yeah, anyway.
Looks like a junkie.
Yeah.
You gotta have that Osborne hair.
got it.
Osborne.
The wave.
Cornrows,
Yeah,
whatever.
Osborne
We'll
wave.
get some Osborne later in this file. Next up, Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider number
Oh,
3.
yeah.
Our mate Pico. Very good. This is one of these flashback, written by original Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider writer, co-creator Howard Mackey, and drawn by local guy Dan. So in this book,
Great work, Dan.
yeah, it's
Looks
I think
excellent,
it's the best
man.
looking one yet. I
Yeah.
told him the other day. I was like, man, I think this is fantastic. So it's Scarecrow and Blackout are teamed up
Ooh.
and like they've kidnapped Blazer's family and they've kicked up Ketch's girl. They're together. They don't realize who well, she doesn't know Danny's Ghost Rider or whatever. But it's cool. It's just simple old 90s Ghost Rider. It's a couple of issues out already. I've been telling you all the time. But if you like the old 90s Ghost Rider, this is the book for you. It's just fun old school Ghost Rider shit.
I
Yes.
don't know. I think Dan would really do some old school Spidey stuff good.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's a couple of like that there. Looks like a
Yeah.
little bit like a Pete.
Yeah.
There's a
Big
good
time.
old school Pete. Yeah. Interesting. I've read that. Very nice.
It's
Very
be
nice.
interesting to see where he turns up next.
Yes.
Hopefully more work coming future
Bloody
soon.
oath.
I do believe. Next up is Dawn of DC Night Terrors issue 2. Obviously, this is the main series.
Covers.
So this one, start at last issue of this. Deadman is inhabiting Batman, and he went to dig up the original Wesley Dodds Sandman. So that starts where this one starts off.
Inside him.
And like straight away, Sandman's like, "You're not really Batman. You're some kind of ghost." And the Deadman's like, "How do you know Batman?" Because he's been dead forever. He's like, "You're a ghost inhabiting the body of a man that dresses as a bat, digging up a zombie goddamn superhero, and you're worried about time travel." It's like a nice line to start.
Wow.
So they go off. You get a bit of the origin of Insomnia, the bad guy, which was pretty cool. Very cool, actually. Cult shit going on. Very cool shit, actually.
Oh, you got old mate from what's he still doing the art too?
They
All Against
there's two
All.
art on there.
Yeah, nice.
He does all the nightmare shit, I guess.
Yeah. Dill. You want to talk about that later?
I'm an episode behind.
Cool. Don't worry about them. We'll
guess.
continue through.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted.
Did I put it on?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Somebody. I'm really digging this main series. And so I've read some of the one shots, the two-parters, and they've been good. I think a lot of people are sleeping on it. Haha, pun intended. But there's some, so far, I think it's been pretty good stuff.
So who's the main villain? This
Insomnia.
Insomnia. Is that the red dude with the white with the
Yeah,
yellow?
white, sort of.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
That's quite a looking
Oh wow.
character.
Looks like a flower.
Oh, that's one of his nights
Oh right.
cycles.
Oh, okay.
Because he's
Does
just
he
a
look
dude with like.
Yeah, white,
Yeah.
red eyes because you don't
Yeah.
sleep.
Okay.
Because basically, Sandman and Batman, Deadman, the Red Tornado and the robots are the only ones left.
Oh,
Everyone else is asleep.
Yeah.
So they're the heroes sort of left and run around. But Spoilers, maybe.
How long was I down here?
Yes.
We'll get that.
Next up, Avengers issue 3. This is variant, but issue 3 of Avengers. I love me some Jed McKay. He's been on fire.
Maybe stretching things a little bit
It's just
too
not
thin.
grabbing me. It's not terrible by any stretch. Like, there's nothing that annoys me, but it's just not grabbing me.
It doesn't have the gravitas of building up these creatures that go around the universe. We're in issue 3. You haven't set the scene enough.
Yeah. Trying to set the team up, like the dynamics of the team and stuff like that, I think. More.
There's good...
but the team's using separate more than often. So, you know,
Every time.
Yeah, I know.
Split up, work it out, and go and do your thing. And it's like... And then... I don't know if it's everyone's having their big speech, but the way it's written, it's like they're standing next to them saying it.
Yeah.
They're not actually... And I know that's a weird, probably a bitch to have, but like it's just a very... I'm noticing like two or three of the villains where they're not actually talking to them. They're either next to them or... It's
like the blocking, so to
the
speak.
The blocking is so weird on the conversation, and there's no gravitas. I haven't...
It just feels like run of the mill.
It is so run of the mill, especially what's just happened. You needed a different style of first hit for the Avengers to be brought together, as opposed to World Cataclysmic, because it's too similar to what we just ended on. Everything just all built together for one mate. Like, it's a little bit... I don't know.
I think I would have liked some maybe... I know we just had them, sort of. But I would have liked maybe just like a simple old school Masters of Evil. Like proper... Like, you know, like just a super villain team or something.
You don't need new
Zemo
characters every
or whatever,
time.
you know?
Bring something, a couple of old
more
ones
classic.
back and a couple of ones from left field. They're like, oh shit, they're not...
Is this a Space Minotaur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like some of the designs of these things look amazing.
But you can tell they're going to be dead in three issues.
Yeah. And like the Kang thing not mentioned in this and stuff.
At all.
Yeah, right? It was weird.
That was annoying for me.
Yeah. I have faith in Jed McKay because everything else has been written the last 3 years have been fantastic. But
this issue,
it's
not
a slow
great.
start.
It is.
It's a slow start.
And that's a really good point because it's been a while. I've actually forgot that bit. No Kang mentioned at all in this issue is
it was weird.
pathetic.
It's the whole
Thing keeping me reading this at the moment, dude.
It's a bit weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Next up for me, Bone Orchard Tenement.
Not a lot to say. If you're reading this, like, there's still... It continues on the stories after the old man's died of the seven. A bit of back and forth between... Jesus. Just making sure we stay on film there, are we? God. Yeah, back and forth between, like, a couple of, like, saying the old man was a creep and no one actually really knows who he was, and then everything shatters and rattles and it's like an earthquake. The elevators don't work, the fire escapes don't open, and they are in a hellscape. It's like, just come and have a look outside, and that's what they see when they go outside.
Woo!
So the kid got given the envelope with the key. They opened the door to the old man's apartment, and it's just a massive giant set of stairs leading down into blackness. And they said, I think this is the way out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The intertwining stories are very interesting. You get a little bit more backstory on a few of the different guys, like the gambler with the disabled wife and everything like that, asking for more money off his younger brother and shit. It's it's really creepy. I like it a lot.
The Sorrentino art looks amazing.
So good.
Like, I like her stuff. Sometimes I think it gets a little samey.
Yeah.
And this is classic her, but it just fits the vibe and the, you know?
So dank.
Yeah, it's real dark.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Love the dank.
All right, next up, Amazing Spider-Man 30. Ed McGuinness, amazing art. Very fun.
Got to show the double page from the middle.
Would it be this one?
That
by any
sucker.
chance?
Oh.
So damn good.
End of last issue, Ock injects Norman with the Goblin Serum.
Bring him back because he's pissed off that he's not
Yeah,
a bad guy anymore.
yeah.
And we get an interesting revelation.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm full of this shit. It does nothing. I beat it.
I'm full of evil, man.
I wasn't sure if I was disappointed by that or not because
I was. No, I wasn't. Sorry, I liked
last issue you're like, oh shit, but
No, I'm enjoying his.
where they're going with it.
I'm enjoying his arc.
Well, he has the line in there about, being a hero is more interesting or something like that, and I was like, that was very at me, and I was like, yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
Because it is otherwise, cool, Goblin again.
It's a more interesting story. 100%.
But Spidey's got the Ock arms in his spine, so he's becoming sort of talking like Otto. That's why that double page is they're both calling each other adults. It's just classic dumb Doc Ock sort of thing, like a genius but a buffoon at the same time. Just fun superhero with fight shit. McGinnis, perfect guy for it.
With perfect over the top artists, exactly.
Yeah, perfect. And at the end, you get Norman and Pete talking about
Really
Kamala Khan,
good.
and we just needed this as a distraction after the loss. And it was like, also, Wells going, look, here's just some fight superhero shit.
Yeah.
Arc.
Yeah.
Before we move on to where we're
I'm
going.
Bring it on.
It's just fun.
Those arms will be back.
Yes. Yeah, well. Yeah.
They'll be living with JJ.
You think JJ's going to get hooked into it eventually?
Of course.
Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson, for sure.
And if they're painted like in tan and tote, I'm going to be so happy.
All right, next up from Image Comics and
Declan Shalvey.
That's it. Old Dog number...
Sucks.
I don't know. 6.
I thought last issue, which it was ridiculously crazy because he turned into a John Carpenter thing monster.
Yes.
But the revelations from this issue seem like he doesn't. Well, yeah, since he's come back together, like he doesn't have to look as old as he does. Like if you start a book, he's nice and young, and she's like, "Why do you look how you look?" Oh, the muscles are still working. The twitch muscles are still feeling a bit weird from essentially becoming a thing monster. But then she's like, one of his old mates or one of his old teammates that got last time he saw him was bleeding out, came back to try and kill him, and they have a quite interesting conversation about his 6-year coma. And he keeps asking, why does everyone keep talking about my 8-year coma as a 6-year coma? What the fuck's going on? And then they're working out that it's probably not her dad. He's another of the others. There's so much shit going on in this book.
But like that first issue is cool CI spy sort of shit.
Dude.
So, like, where did this come from?
Why? He's got a weird scar on his eye. I wonder why he's got that. Okay, cool.
The art is fantastic.
So damn good. This book is just... I'd like to say a TV show would be cool, but fuck that. Just keep doing what you're doing in the book because you're going to get hamstrung with everything you try and do in a TV show. So, yeah. I can't wait till it's done just to go back and read the whole thing in one hit because it is just so much. There was a bit of a break too, but yeah, I love that book.
Image are all over the breaks these days. They don't care.
Yeah.
I think a Saga proved they can do whatever they want. Even though it hasn't quite got back to what it was. All right, next up, Barney, Venom 23. What's going on?
This is weird.
This ends the previous arc, right?
It does.
Written by someone else, though.
It doesn't though. Like, well, because the arc is kind of still going because the arc essentially was Dylan waiting for Eddie to come back, and he is getting a bunch of other so he's creating his own hive to destroy Eddie when he gets back. So you're yawning already. So this is him and Toxin teaming up, and Toxin's a couple of years younger than him. Toxin's host is the son of an Alchemex fucking worker, and it's really shit. And the Romanov stuff happens at the end. I still don't get it unless she gets the Venom symbiote, because everyone's just saying she has an encounter with a symbiote.
Yes,
and then at the end of this, she's got goop on her hand and she's talking to her, and it's not Venom because Venom is still with Dylan right there.
Yes,
it's just another You can't. I don't know what's going to happen yet, but if what the preview said around her continuing as Venom in 2024, and there's no Eddie and there's no Dylan, that's not a Venom book.
No.
So it could be
especially the way they've set it up since Gargan took over, like 25 years ago. That the symbiote is Venom.
That's right.
The symbiote is Carnage, and Cletus is the host.
That's correct.
Yes.
So for her just to, I don't understand, and I'll probably won't continue with the book if that's the way it goes, because I'm not buying Venom.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't make sense, but we shall see it. And I don't mind this guy as a writer.
Yeah.
It's not a great start, but it's what he's been given to try and wrap up and continue through. And the fact that he's come on to write this, he's also come on to write Carnage, which will... Huh? She.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I saw a Norwegian name.
Yeah,
I
right.
just thought,
100%.
man, sorry.
Viking dude.
The commingling and everything, it could be good, but I'm intrigued. I'm not that intrigued. Sorry, Carnage. I am intrigued, but if that's what they go with Natasha, that can be an awesome Natasha symbiote book down the track. But it's not Venom, and to not restart, you're just continuing through with a whole new creative team is also weird as well. From going everything is Venom 2 years ago with King and Black, they don't seem to give a damn about this book anymore. I don't know.
Oh, it's definitely fallen down the pecking
Oh,
order.
absolutely. The standing orders are going down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, that's not a shock.
But like, they put Ewing on it.
Had to look at Hitch for
know?
freaking 17 issues.
Ewing, they put on a big name after Kate's left. And like, it was always never going to get, Donnie did the best Venom ongoing series there was.
Don't do what Donnie don't
So
does.
like, you wanted something different, but I don't know. And I don't know if it was because the Ram V and him together, and then now Ram V's had to leave for the exclusive deal at DC, and I don't know, it's all a mess.
And it's a real shame, because if it hadn't happened that way and Ram V took over, I think this could have been amazing. But it is what it is.
All right, next up, back from the dead. Speaking of
Speaking of amazing.
Chip Zdarsky, Jacob Phillips, Newburn is back.
And badasser than ever.
Ah,
Dude, he's so... I don't want to say he's up his own arse, but...
oh, he is, but with right.
With rights. Yeah. So, if you've... So this is Newburn 9?
Yes.
So, this has been on about a 7 or 8 month break, so you don't know anything about Newburn. He was a copper that quit the force... A copper detective that quit the force to essentially become the freelance detective of all the mafia families in the city. So whenever someone would die at the hands of another, he would go and work it out between them. So there wouldn't be... He'd also tip off some cops to help things move along. And that's how this story started. I think issue 4 or 5, you got your normal going into jail and they're not locked... I'm not locked up with them, they're locked up with me issue, which is fucking phenomenal. Save this young black girl who's now become kind of his sidekick and is in very, very deep... and still thinks that she's not in as deep as she is, especially from this issue.
If the end of the last arc was all about her,
Getting
him getting her off from dying,
Yeah,
or going down,
and getting
from
her
murder.
ass saved because she killed someone when she was in... She was also trained to be a copper, but dropped out because she killed someone in the trainee facility, essentially.
It was connected too, right?
Yeah, so this book has just got layers upon layers. Highly recommend checking out the trade if you do like your...
Speaking of which, when is the trade out?
It's already out.
It's already out? Alright, I gotta pick it up. Have I picked it up?
You may have. Came out a
Good
few
luck,
months back.
good luck finding in that apartment of yours right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like your mobs, your copper detective stuff, and just also really, really, really cool writing in regards of weaving stories within stories and tricks within tricks. Like, it's just so well written. Zdarsky's on fire with this, and I'm glad there was a break.
Yeah.
Because you just don't want it to go to
Yeah.
simple shit. I love the layers of the story that he's been writing with this. So
We're just in season 2 now.
essentially, yes, yeah. So check it out.
Next up, Incredible Hulk issue 2. Wow.
That'll be close to book of the week.
Yeah.
Just for almost
It probably
just for
was.
how good the story is, but just for Klein's art.
Yes.
Holy shit! That dream sequence in the cage. God damn! In the rib cage of the what is that? Is that a
Like a buzzard?
yeah? It's
Vulture?
Vulture.
Also, love a zombie church.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Right? That was fucking cool.
Yeah.
and just the little
This panel.
yes. But the start, just the like the weird little song
Yes.
about starting and the
The mines and the girls. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's so...
yeah, that's really interesting.
Hulk's got a sidekick.
Yeah.
Well,
Teenage
yeah,
sidekick.
but the fact about her face, and she's like, I look like a monster. Why can't I have the powers? Or
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's a good line. So Jesus. Just buy it.
Yeah.
It's the best. Like, how good Immortal Hulk was, this is a different style of horror.
Absolutely. This is your supernatural.
Yeah, this is more horror.
Yeah.
Like I saw in the previews, like there's the sirens coming up. Like
Yeah.
it's going the full gothic
This is a cult. Like,
cult
full on.
shit. Love it.
Because, Immortal was like cosmic, right?
yeah, cosmic
yeah.
Green Door, Rebirth.
Yeah.
The heavy religious undertones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of heavy head shit as
Yes,
well.
yes.
Because of daddy issues and everything like that, where this is a lot of still the internal struggle of Banner and Hulk essentially saying that bit at the end where he's like, you got to come out, you got to help me, they're going to kill her. They're like, yeah, but they're going to kill you first. Then I'll come out. So as long as you go through the pain of death,
Yeah.
I'm happy to save her.
This relationship where Hulk just fucking hates Bruce.
Yeah.
It's really
It's
cool.
so dark.
Yeah.
The copper that picks him up, and as he's driving along, the flies crawling out of his nose and stuff. The art is phenomenal. Yeah, zombie church,
Yeah.
everything going for it. Transformation at the end is phenomenal. The art direction of that last page panel of Nick Klein's,
Yeah.
that is phenomenal.
It's the best work of his career. It's 2 issues in, man. You know what I mean?
Show that to the people.
It's incredible.
Or the person.
The book just reeks of creepiness. You know, like you can feel
Yeah.
the redneck swampy town and like everything.
I'm waiting for flies to crawl down the page.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Next up, Nightclub, the finale of Volume 1 of Nightclub, issue 6.
Wow.
This is great.
This is so good.
So our free hero, lucha mask wearing young vampires.
We got given an ultimatum.
Yes.
So the guy that recruited them got his head chopped off in the last issue. And the bikers that chopped his head off said, you join us, or rejoin us by killing your family. And if you don't join us, we're going to kill you and your family. So they're like, fuck these guys. Let's go and kill them first. They're not going to expect us. It's daylight. They have a plan that they think is really good. It's okay if they shut their mouths.
Yes.
Goddamn teenagers, shut up! Anyway, I really enjoyed their persuading the coppers.
Yeah. Yes.
That was really fun. Harpoon gun is a nice little touch. Fight scenes were really good, especially using the daylight and everything like that was really cool.
Well, just like, all right, so they set the bad guy's house up to blow up, so they come outside and the daylight's going to get them. But like, because they got lucha masks on, so they're fine. And then they're surprised when these old vampires come out in full face motorcycle helmets. Like, oh shit! Like,
We didn't think of that.
like idiots.
But then I really was a bit shocked where like they had time to kick him and kick the harpoon gun away and then shoot the other guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, it is what it is. They were startled and they're young and pretty cool. Where he's like, oh yeah, it's just fiberglass. I just smash it.
Yeah.
And you could see
Where it was going?
that coming from pretty far
Yep.
away because, pretty similar to some other things recently. But book 2 is going to be a great lead into. Obviously, they're going to be part of big game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting because I'm intrigued on how they're going to slot them in because there's going to be a wait before.
Well, I guess I think
2.
we'll see him in big time, and like just
yeah.
Volume 2 could just be between,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, or it's the remnants of what happens after
Yeah.
if they all survive or they don't big game or whatever. Because definitely we'll see him in big game. You think on maybe some opposite sides.
Because it's very. No one else read it, MPHA.
No.
Yeah, okay. Because MPH has got a very similar undertone of 3 friends and
yeah.
one getting screwed over and boyfriend, girlfriend, and so forth, which was all good. But
100%.
different outcome,
Yes.
obviously. And if Hulk or the next book hadn't come out this week, would have been close to book of the week.
Yeah. It's a good week of books.
Very much.
All right, last book on the pile. We started with Brian Hitch, we'll end with Brian Hitch. Ultimate Invasion, Hitch and Hickman, issue 2.
It's a
Can't
Hickman
believe I
book.
forgot about it.
Huh?
I forgot about it.
Woo! I nearly someone forgot about it. Luckily, I got it off the shelf.
Put on your order.
It was on the order.
It wasn't on your order.
Should have been on my order. You gave me the first one. Well,
Did I?
first taste is free, is
Yes.
it? Is that how it
Yes.
works? Wasn't free then.
Remember that shit?
So good. Have a look at it now, Dave.
All right.
After
So,
Dylan.
Yes.
obviously, the Maker, he's going to start his own Earth, or has started his own Earth, 610, 6110, some shit like that.
6160.
Yeah. Where, last issue he stopped Peter getting bitten, so he's taking off the usual players off the board. That's where the start. We got some Hickman white pages explaining
Oh, who's active,
Yeah,
who's inactive,
yeah,
who's
he's
deceased.
what shit I stole from him, basically.
Yeah, and what the codes are. Yeah, there you got
The
the eye
artifacts
there.
and stuff. And like in this world, he's in Latveria, in the bubbled city. But in the real world, Howard Stark is still around, and him and Stain are business partners, and it's Stark Stain or Stain Stark, whatever it is. And they're like the world's number one. What are they called?
Technologists. No,
Yeah.
techno.
Not technophiles, but
No.
something like that. And they're like, kings of the world,
Yeah.
basically.
It's almost like Willy Wonka.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Stark doesn't like doing the bullshit. He just likes doing the inventing stuff and the Iron Man
Yeah,
stuff.
that's like the PR shit.
But he finally goes, him and Stain, to
invites-
the opening of the city.
Yeah, he invites all the big heads of
States
and industry and so forth across the planet to the unveiling of his Oompa Loompas.
Yeah. And then a billion Ultimates
Yeah, get that next page.
Avengers come and
There you go.
murder everybody.
And who are these guys? Yeah, they're from the future.
Yeah.
And they don't like what I did. And they're the second time it's happened.
Yes. Yes. And you get the big reveal of that. And you're like, ooh, how are you not dead?
Yeah. Oh,
I just moved my organs elsewhere.
yeah. Did you take his helmet off yet, Dylan?
No.
Oh, you'll see in a sec then. He needed help.
Mm.
So
his time machine.
what he just did there was brought a bunch of people in, and he's worked out that all them are they'll be the descendants of those future. He killed those people, and all those Avengers just disappeared because they would never existed. Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah, it's like killing Hitler as a baby, like
Yeah,
What?
like times
in
1,000.
real time sort of thing.
Yeah, and watching the descendants die in front of you when you kill their great 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 grandmother.
And Stark's like, they're just going to do that to you now. I was like, they can't. I'm not from here.
And so he's got the time machine, and you think Stark built it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, how are you not dead? Yeah, I just moved my organs. My brain's not there. Come on, man. Don't be stupid. No one keeps their brain in their head.
It'll heal.
Yeah, give me a few days.
That's amazing.
It is
how did that-
amazing.
How did that happen then?
The previous time
Yeah,
these
that was the
future
second time.
Ultimates attacked him.
Yeah, but then.
He defeated them all, but that's what
No, but
happened
in
to
the
him.
last issue, you just had this. Guy.
Some time skip. Like, he's been in his city.
Yeah, he's built the city
Yeah.
up. Amazing. Like, Loki's
Okay.
the god of Asgard,
Yeah.
the lord of Asgard, and as you saw, a lot of other people just don't
the FF
exist.
never
Or,
got bombarded by cosmic rays.
unfortunately, their ship was delayed, and it missed the storm. Yeah, a lot of different things just happened to miss out. Hulk was around, but it's a different.
Yeah.
It's like a telepathic style, peaceful Hulk.
Yeah, he's like a guru.
Yeah, it's Ram Dass Hulk. It's awesome. Yeah, man. Again, if Hulk had to come out, that would have been loads of book of the week.
Yes. There's some quality stuff.
Bloody oath.
But that's all on the pile. Dylan, you read anything else?
I did not read anything else.
Dave, you read anything else?
No.
Foms, you read anything
I
else?
think I went through everything we read. Yeah, no, that's everything I read.
Yeah, I feel like I read something else, but I can't remember what it was. So that'll do. Must have been nothing important.
I've got
Yeah.
some ambassadors and stuff to get through, but I've read like 8 books today, so and help someone move. So yeah, that'll do.
Alrighty. Before we finish up with the comics, let us go through the August previews
Yeah,
and mention some of the highlights.
and some
we picked out.
DC and Marvel bookies.
Yeah.
If you come in the shop, there's still a few of these ones available,
And it's always the store copy if they go.
of course, but a couple of take homes.
So we're just going to pick out maybe some of the number ones, or there's some big things that we haven't spotlighted. We haven't done this for a long, long time.
Yeah.
We started getting busy when those weeks come out.
Foggy
Or they
ribbon.
come out separate weeks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. So
Excuses,
these generally
excuses.
books coming out in
October.
September. Oh, October.
October.
It is. All right. So Marvel. We're looking at Marvel and DC mainly. Gods, the new Hickman one, which we just mentioned.
Yeah.
Characters. The main character or mainish character appears in Hellfire Gala. We don't know much. It's Doctor Strange. centric as well. We feel from what we've seen.
Very much so.
Marvel's tagline is Jonathan Hickman reinvents the cosmology of the Marvel Universe. I don't know what the fuck that means, but you know.
Cosmology.
Yes.
I was actually a really big fan of. So you get a 5-page little preview of the story, which looks really, really cool. But
Nitton's in it.
I really like the thing at the end. It says, the enormous exercise first issue features Doctor Strange, who, while not being boring at all, is easily the most boring person in this book. Oh, okay, I like that. Sold.
So that'll be fantastic. I think Marvel just, with Ultimates and this, they're just like, Hickman, just go play with your stuff out of the way, and you don't have to worry about everybody else. We got a new Captain Marvel issue 1, Alyssa Wong and Jen Bazadula. She's got a fancy new jacket, Sgt. Pepper style. Look at that. Should have been on sale of the century. The price is right or some shit. That'll be fine. Next up, Dan Slott, Paca Medina, Spider-Boy issue 1. Obviously Spider-Boy was in Edge of Spider-Verse, or not Edge of Spider-Verse, the Slott Spider-Man that just wrapped up, Spider-Verse stuff.
Oh.
He's like one of those mystery century things, I think. I'm very torn. I've got every sort of Slott Spider-Man related written thing, so I guess I gotta buy this.
Yes, you're gonna have to.
Do we know who he is?
No. Secret Spider-Boy revealed.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see. White Widow, Yelena Belova is getting her own miniseries by Sarah Gailey and Alessandro Miracolo. You should be reading this, Dylan. I don't like this.
It's better when you read it.
It's terrible when I read it. Similarly, we talked about it before, Natasha Romanoff takes over Venom at 26. We'll see how that train wreck goes. And then that's going to be Gronebeck, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And Gronebeck is also doing a new Carnage, where it's Cletus and Carnage look like they're back together.
Yeah.
Absolute Cassidy. That looks good.
And it also says at the bottom there, laying the groundwork for the next Venom epic, which, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
This is issue 2, so issue 1 will be out in August. But there's a Predator vs. Wolverine. This looks amazing. The first one was like Weapon X era, running the storm. This one's sort of Team X, Sabretooth Maverick in the jungles, CIA, sort of very Predator. I think that series is going to be fantastic. The art looks amazing. Highly recommend that.
Was Percy writing the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Percy doing it, and then
just
there's different artists. Okay, cool.
Because basically it's going to be Wolverine fighting the Predator through time.
Nice. Well, yeah, come back for revenge and so forth.
Again and again.
I like it.
Also issue 2, but J. Michael Straczynski returns to Marvel for Captain America. We sort of talked about that when they've sort of killed off the Amazing Steve Rogers book, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure this will be fantastic. Straczynski always did great stuff. Issue 2 is going to have Spider-Man, just to be like, hey, remember he used to write Spider-Man when it was fantastic 20 years ago. What else we got? Marvel Zombies, Black, White, and Blood. These Black and White and Blood books are always good, but Marvel Zombies is a perfect thing for that. One of the stories is going to be written by Ennis, which sold. Can't wait to see which sort of characters he's going to use. But down for that. For something a bit more weird, Catwolf and the Howling Commandos, 4-part miniseries. 90s Catwolf was classic Captain America story in about 1993, I think it was. But this is going to be Catwolf in World War II. So I don't know how that works chronologically.
Taking down a band of Nazi cultists who intend to use supernatural forces to turn the tide of the battle, but can Cap control the skeptical, jaded commandos when he can barely control himself.
And this has definitely got me sold. Written by Stephanie Phillips, art by Carlos Magano.
Oh.
Like, doesn't that not sound fantastic?
So, they must be using there's a wraparound cover by Kirby.
Yeah.
And if I remember rightly, he's not penciling anymore.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So it's probably an old picture.
Yes.
Cool. Just double checking.
But I can't wait to see the art on this. Like, man. We know he does good World War II stuff. So that'd be good. 10th anniversary of Superior Spider-Man. So we've got a one-shot. Dan Slott is back with some of the artists from the era. Kamala Kunli, Ramos, Bagley, and Stegman. Can't believe it's 10 years since Superior Spider-Man.
Pretty crazy.
But one of maybe the greatest Spider-Man modern runs. Was a book that everybody shat on the idea, and
Such
it
a
turned out
cool
so
idea.
fantastic.
Such a cool idea.
And like I think they ran it. They ended at about the right time.
Yeah.
Maybe a touch longer than, but like they left you wanting more.
It was
But
like
they- I think-
36 issues.
2, I think.
Well, not just that. It was also there was a couple of events that kind of had some tie-ins that probably
Yeah.
weren't needed. But yeah, the actual story
fantastic.
itself was excellent.
Omnibus is on the shelf.
Before we get past Spider-Man, Amazing
Lock on
Spidey
to-
35.
Yes.
That supposedly sets up the next 24 issues of Spider-Man. Do not miss this. And then 36 is Spider-Man has never gone this dark, and that is a really cool looking cover.
Yeah.
So I'm loving this anyway. I know a lot of people aren't, but you should like better things.
That's a bit harsh. And the last one on the Marvel pile we wanted to mark out. Invincible Iron Man 11. Tony Stark is going to marry Emma Frost coming up, and then he's going to take over the Hellfire Club.
They're actually doing something with Tony Stark.
Oh,
Yeah, something
wow.
interesting.
Yeah.
And because it's Duggan, he writes X-Men,
Yeah.
and he writes the Iron Man book. So he mixed these two worlds. Tony and her together, far out. That's some snark if you ever seen it, right? Like, dead set. Some plenty of great stuff, some facsimiles, some omnibus trade paperbacks, lots of good stuff.
Oh, the only other one called out was Wolvie 38. It's a Cap team up from World War II. That could be really cool.
Oh, it's
Ah.
good.
Yeah.
Reprinted. Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
DC Connect, that's the DC preview book, so to speak. They don't have as much to talk about, but the big one, Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. King Kong.
Featuring Hawkman.
By people.
Lots of them.
People.
Two people.
It's more than one.
When they first announced this, because this image got leaked, and you're like, man, that'd be great, depends on the art. Because just fun, stupid crossovers I like. But the art looks fantastic. I mean, look at that Godzilla. I'm sold. Sold.
Well, we haven't complained about DCR in a long time.
Now, DC art, I think, consistently
Yeah.
better than Marvel, I feel. I think Marvel has maybe their top guys equal.
yeah.
Or just equal. But I think DC across the board, they got more of a style, more house style to them, I feel. We got the Gotham War coming up, which is Batman and Catwoman. So this one, you got Batman 138, which is the next part. Obviously, Zdarsky's been doing great stuff. Jorge Jimenez is back. Like that, Dylan? Yes, we said that one right. Yeah. So a few tie-ins, tying into the Batman books. Speaking of Batman books, we got Batman and Robin #2. The introduction of a new villain. We think it should be called Shush, but I do believe Dylan says it's Shush.
Well, isn't that just how you say it?
Yes.
Shush?
Yeah, but
it's
it's
hush.
hush.
Shush.
Yeah, I know, but it's shush.
Yeah.
Shush. Shush up.
Shush.
Shush.
I've heard people say shush.
Yeah, now you mention it, I think I...
So new villain alert. Get on it, Speckies. I'm telling you already.
There's even the bubble for that too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We'll order limited quantities.
Yeah. Hush, classic storyline, very famous. I'll be interested to see who they are. They got to be somebody, right?
No.
We'll see.
Was it just going to be Talia? Something that does sound a little interesting.
Disregard if that was the case.
The new Golden Age. A few one-shots by the looks of things. Some of the JSA legendary characters sort of thing.
Is this going to tie in, or is this going to be?
Well, I think it's got to do with the JSA stuff, the Jeff
Okay,
Johns.
cool.
Because before JSA started, there was the new Golden Age one-shot.
Right.
And then I think it's all part of that.
Okay, cool.
So you got one for Wesley Dodds Sandman. Just a cool-looking character. One for the best Flash there is, Jay Garrick. And one for the best Green Lantern, Alan Scott. Speaking of Alan Scott, he's got a facsimile of his first appearance. Facsimiles, always like the facsimiles, but like you don't get many Golden Age facsimiles, so...
And it's always fun when they come along, because back then, the feature story was like 10 pages.
Yes.
Right? So I remember buying Action Comics, #1 facsimile. It was 10 pages of Superman.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, very thick book,
Yes.
was just other shit that I'm never going to read.
I remember you
But
complaining
if you
about
do
it on
read
this
them,
podcast.
sometimes you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, there
It's
was a
lucky
good
dip.
racist one at the back there. I remember us talking about it on
Oh
the pod.
yeah, that's right. Was that like Slam Bradley or something?
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a
That-
Master
that-
of Disguise dude or something.
Yes.
That was really
Yes.
bad.
Yeah, some really bad
That was
Asian
very bad.
Yeah.
racism. So
Yeah.
glad you own it.
All right, we talk about this book a bit because it's the best Superman book in a long time. Williamson's Superman issue 7/850.
Dylan's getting every cover.
So there's a lot of variant covers for Dylan to buy.
I'm getting one,
Which one are you gonna get?
the main one.
This one's a reprint. Ow! Jim Lee Icon series. It's just his forever Superman.
Oh,
That's pretty bad.
you'll have to buy that, Dom.
No,
Which one are you
That's
gonna
one in
get?
100.
The cover 8
Ooh.
because Samney is a 1 in 50, and I'm not buying a 1 in 50.
Yeah, that's probably true.
If that Samney cover was just a normal
regular
variant.
variant.
The Behemo and Choke
It's
Band
worth
is pretty cool.
It's worth $1 or $2 extra, not $15 to $20 extra.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Only be
Yeah,
disappointed.
we'll get him.
Still got 3 months. You'll get me.
Yeah.
Our favourite DC book, Superman Batman 20. It's the Kingdom Come stuff coming.
Oh.
Cannot wait.
I'm worried about that though because the write-up says it's like an alternate dimension.
Yes. So,
But
yeah.
the vibe that we got was that the world's finest whole continuity was
that-
in there.
Flashback.
Yeah, like a flashback of the Kingdom Come
Yeah.
Earth.
Right.
But in that write-up, it says it's an alternate dimension, so I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know what's
yeah.
going on anymore.
Sold
still
a red
read it.
herring.
And it's the return of Superman 30th anniversary special. Obviously, last year we had the death of Superman 30th anniversary, so not a surprise
That was fun.
that we follow up with a return.
Look at that.
Oh, he comes back?
Yeah, he comes
Who would have
back.
thunk it?
Well, first these come back.
Yeah,
Yeah, they look damn cool. Give me them glasses.
Rain.
Yeah, Rain Superman's cool shit.
And you've got Mullet Superman. Mullet Superman front and center on that Jan Jurgens cover.
Mullet.
Should have been black on the cover. I would have preferred black on the cover.
Yeah, if it's like return.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you should have the laser guns and the bandoliers and stuff.
Yes,
right?
yes. There's a variant with that. Now, Image. They got a couple of books we'll talk about. First, we'll go with they got the license for Universal Monsters. I think they're both Skybound stuff, actually, you want to talk about. Universal Monsters, and they're hitting it out with a Dracula first. Tinian, known for his horror work. So it'd be very interesting to see how they're going to go with that.
How quickly they start linking it.
Yeah.
I think it is an adaptation of the original story too. It's a 4-parter.
Oh, what? When you say the original story,
Like Dracula.
Like Bram.
The
just the
novel.
Bram Stoker.
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I think.
I would
Yep.
imagine so, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
Excellent.
And the big one,
Oh, it won't have Keanu's accent. Damn it.
you can imagine it in your head.
That's right.
Him and
Jonathan Harker shows up. You just
Him and
imagine-
Winona having a conversation.
The big one in October from Image Comics, our favourite, Daniel Warren Johnson, Transformers issue 1.
Oh.
Cannot wait. It's going to be a masterpiece, you can tell
Gonna be
already.
great. Ryan Utley is doing a variant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy the shit out of that. You gonna buy that, Dave?
Not the Otley variant.
Why not?
Because then I'll have to CGC.
Oh, Daniel's
His
doing
rep.
like free covers himself, aren't he? He said Nick's
Yeah.
going to go broke buying all this Transformers
Cover
shit.
A, cover B, cover C is
Oh, see,
Daniel Warren Johnson.
it'll probably be a gatefold, like a link up as well.
We're thinking 2 of them. Yeah, the 2 variants. We're thinking. Have you guys seen the posters that he's released with the different characters, like the Autobot poster, Decepticon poster? We're thinking maybe those are the
That'd be
variants.
cool.
You know, one of each.
That'd be cool. Makes
Because
sense.
you had the second print is the Void Rivals was that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, have a bit of a theme. But yeah, that should be some
So
stuff
excited.
in October that looks fantastic.
Yeah. Alrighty, that's it for the comics.
I'm done.
Yeah. Okay.
Blame Nitton.
Yeah. All right. Season 2 of Loki is coming.
Yeah. Let the ranting begin in October.
October.
Pretty much.
I'll enjoy that.
Enough
part at
said.
least.
I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna bother.
Just hate watch it.
I
Dylan.
don't.
I think I'll watch it just so I can prompt him. That's pretty
What
much
does
why I
this
watch it.
mean? Why did they do this?
And hopefully, like, Owen Wilson says wow a couple of times.
So, like, Kang's still going to be Kang? Or they're going to, maybe
Well-
get a different Kang?
That would have already been I don't know how much it would have been in this anyway, but it would be already in the can. Moving forward, whether we get a different Kang, I think.
Because it wouldn't be that hard just to go.
I think it all depends how some.
There's
Trials
heaps of
go.
dimensions, you know, like someone else can just assume the
Okay.
image of Kang and just go, the one
That's a
true
variant.
one.
I think you don't even talk about it. You just if they have to recast,
It should just
Yeah.
recast.
you just recast. Don't worry about it.
No, you're true.
Everyone knows what's going on.
But I don't
Yeah.
know. People seem so like. People seem to want explanations
don't
these
need
days,
it.
but you don't
all,
need
like
it. Yeah.
of all the ones that you do, this is the easiest one you could
I know,
do.
but like
you know, like it's just
Just say he was a
there's
scroll.
different Kangs with
They
different
have-
images
but
across different dimensions.
they've
you know,
already
like-
said that they don't care.
yeah.
They have they recast War Machine from Iron Man 1 to Iron Man 2 and said nothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember it was
Yeah.
not Don Cheadle in Iron Man 1.
No, I just thought that's when he turned from scroll.
Yeah, no, that was somehow after Civil War. That makes no sense. But anyway, we get to that soon. They've had 3 different Cassie Langs. Now, some of them obviously because of age, but
Yeah.
they just don't care. And it's the best way to go. You make a big a deal out of it, then people, if you don't know, you're like, oh, so why did they change him?
Here's your big bad though.
So what?
Cassie Lang's like,
I know, but he's been in one movie. If this was halfway between
And
Dynasty War, a different story. But at the moment, you change that actor easy.
And
You
it
just
wasn't-
roll on.
an Avengers movie, it was just an Ant-Man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, the diehards are going to watch Ant-Man. A lot of the people that have been watching them go, oh, I can skip Ant-Man. That's okay. You know what I mean? So it can be
Yeah.
changed very easily.
And I think, like, then it's not that Kang if it's a different version of Kang. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know Kang, you can do it, but I don't know. Just don't worry about it. The dude messed up, and he, you know, if it all happens, if he gets his punishment, that's what he deserves. Mm-hmm. Move on. Would be how I would handle it if I was
Cast me.
Mum. I would love that.
That would be hilarious.
You know how much I'd be pimping you out? You'd be just locked up in this desk for years signing autographs.
Okay.
Look out for the Darrows and the bus stops. That's what I'll say.
All right. Let's do it. Let's get into Secret Invasion finale
we have to.
with the big budget final fight.
Baby Draxon.
Now, I knew a fight was coming. Gaia and...
Did you expect it to be
Gravik-
that good?
No. I don't need flying, straight up.
It's like shooting lasers at each other and like Man of Stealing each other through walls and shit.
I just punch each other and like crumble through a wall. Cool. And that's about all I needed.
Yeah, it's just that you set a precedent for the tone of the show, and you know it's grounded, it's Mission Impossible, espionage kind of stuff. Then all of a sudden, Emilia Clarke gets a fucking Dave Bautista arm. You know, it's just weird. I don't know, man.
I know we said it with the Groot thing, like... Well, we'll talk about this whole DNA shit in general. But, like, why does her arm need to turn into Drax's arm? It's just not how it would work. Why can't she just have a strong arm?
Yeah, she has the features of Drax just in her inherently,
Yes.
right?
Where
Like,
she gets the tattoos.
but you gotta telegraph to the audience, right?
And now I understand classic comic book Super Skrull has a thing arm.
Yeah.
But that's because he's fighting the Fantastic Four and he's also on fire. And it's the goddamn 1960s.
But they're on fire this time too.
Yeah, it's just horrible.
I would have liked slower inheritance. So like they just start like fist, like just punching each other up. But then like he smacks her down, she gets really mad and she realizes, oh, my arm can change.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
more
and
gradual. in
yeah,
the fight.
gradual, yeah.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, I mean, if you're OP, you can't draw out a fight like that anyway. Like the kill shot.
It's going to be quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was reasonably.
Oh, aren't they equally matched? So, to be
Yeah,
honest,
she
can't that
just-
fight just go forever?
She just thought of it first. That's all.
Okay, and there was a scene where she grows like a freaking frost sword thing.
Yeah.
Who was
Redactor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
just,
Okay.
from
Redacted.
The book. Yeah, they're redacted
Yes.
from the books.
Right.
Won't be Loki.
Well, in the
Frost
list
Giant?
of names, it was Frost Monster.
Frost Beast.
Yeah, Frost Beast, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Where they got that DNA from, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Put Loki. That's not
Frost Giant.
because Loki was a.
I think
Yeah,
it's got to
exactly.
be the Thor
Did
2 thing, even though it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Is Thanos's underling the dude that
Ebony Maw.
Ebony Maw, was he in there as well?
I guess so because
I saw
Yeah.
it. Okay, cool. How are we gonna?
Okay.
Are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room here?
Wait.
Which one?
Which one?
There's several elephants
like,
in the room.
The vial? The magic vial?
Well, that
The cocktail is just all fucking mixed up in the one vial.
No, but like Battle of New York.
Science, bitch.
I don't remember Mantis being in Battle of New York.
No, it's Battle of
no,
Earth.
Battle
Yeah.
of Earth.
Oh,
And
no,
I guess
okay.
that's technically Endgame.
The endgame stuff, yeah.
So because everyone was there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if it's that, then yeah. But I swear,
But
they
even if-
referred to it as Battle of
Even
New
if it
York.
was that, like, as if Fury hasn't got this Skrull team then doing that anytime there's a big fight.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
totally
exactly.
believe that.
Yeah.
That's... I'm okay with that.
They did
Chuck them all in one, shake it up.
Yeah, choose your own adventure.
They did I feel like they
they
overly
be
stressed
fighting
the
each other?
Battle of Earth.
Yeah.
Like, if they just stress, like, every time there's a big fight, we collect the DNA.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That makes more sense,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then we put it into a little tiny...
Because it made sense what we were talking about last week, where that was Captain Marvel's.
Yeah.
Yes. Because, like, all right, Endgame, the Skrulls go through... How do they label whose blood is who? This Grayson pulls the
Yeah,
blood up and,
yeah.
like, this was Bucky's. Like, how do they know? There's just blood everywhere.
Taste.
Yeah.
They usually go by taste.
Wolverine smell.
Well, I said to Dylan, man, in that middle of that fight, she should have popped Bone Claws and gutted him.
Oh,
How mad would you have popped for that?
that would've
Because
been cool.
Wolverine being presumably in the MCU still old as well, and presumably they'll have a Nick Fury thing.
Yeah.
He's got some Logan blood, not metal snickety.
Of course not.
Because then that's
It doesn't
maybe
make
too
sense.
obvious.
Well, it doesn't also make sense.
Yeah, just whew. She pops 3 Bone Claws and slices him. Oh, you would lose your shit at that.
Yeah, but you're got some pretty high expectations there from what they gave us.
Yeah, I know.
So just calm
What
down.
would you
man.
rather though? One Dave Bautista arm or Hugh Jackman hand?
Oh, I know what I prefer, but I know what I'm getting.
I know. But
Well, I
it
know.
makes
Hang
no
on.
sense.
That's not what I thought I was getting.
They used to be so much better and more subtle with their nods and winks, and they're better at their setup. That would have been 2 masters there. Oh, Wolverine's in the MCU, whatever.
And, okay, what I also want to know is... Gravik is leading this insurrection, this Skrull insurrection, is, kind of deposing...
Who cares about them?
Where's the other Skrulls during that fight?
Dead.
The other dude's loyalty
They've done runner.
Yeah.
just left?
Yeah.
Well, I saw how
Why,
much
why is he just...
Nick Fury was here.
Is he was the only Super Skrull.
sick old Nick Fury.
Like, where clearly you could make multiples. Why
Yeah.
didn't you make them all Super Scrolls?
Yeah, you
or
can
at
make
least,
it army
yeah.
Why don't
like
you,
a-
like,
Underlings,
squad.
underlings
Yeah.
at least. So he's still the strongest.
Yeah.
But they've also got
Yeah,
powers.
give these guys a couple so they're not more powerful than you are.
I think for that I'll go back to The Simpsons. The finger thing means the money.
That's right.
So
And that also, sorry, Dave. This last episode was such a departure from what we had from episodes 1 to 5 that would have been even further over the top if you got a squad of them.
Yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
glad they didn't, to be honest. But it's also a missing piece.
But it would make
on-
more sense.
Yeah,
it totally would
exactly.
have.
When you think of it logically, right?
Oh, but then,
yeah.
see,
Because there's no logic in this episode.
fighting. Sorry, Dave, what were you saying? You don't.
Gravik did the hive at the end where guy goes down, finds it. It's like, oh shit, there's more. Like,
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
unexplained, really.
Yeah.
That was very unclear.
Yeah.
That just felt like tacked on.
Oh, there's more.
Now, can we talk about how come all these people that they've got locked up, why they've still got them locked up? I'm unclear on why that would make sense.
Well, it was the same in the book. They had them all on a ship.
I know, but the superheroes I can understand because you could be testing on them and getting some DNA and doing some stuff.
Okay,
right?
take that.
These are just people.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe making more
Well,
scrolls.
Maybe they knew
using,
it was.
Yeah.
Maybe they knew it was Shooter McGavin.
Yes. But how come these people are not dead?
Radiation.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
This is fucking.
Oh
don't worry.
no! The concrete
Yeah.
There we
underneath.
go. Yeah. Yeah, because again, you put yourself. Like,
Holy shit! Because that
Yeah.
acting job of Nick Fury.
Right? If you didn't do that so in your face, maybe I wouldn't be like, eh.
They did make it pretty clear from the start that it's inhabitable.
Yes.
So That's a really fucking good.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
And some of these
Yeah, think
people
of
have
that.
been there for a long time.
Like a lot, like Rhodey.
Apparently, look,
Has-
like, I saw a headline saying that it was just a director saying that's what he felt, and then people are taking that out of context and being like, "Oh, the people that made the show say this." It's like, director, he didn't write it.
Because how can
Yeah.
it be?
Was that what they said from after Civil War?
Yes.
That's what the director.
Yeah.
I think.
Wait, like-
I
like-
don't know specifics.
He's
Like-
had a
but
bit of
What-
Rhodey since Civil
Yeah.
War.
Well, I kind of.
he was in Endgame.
Yeah.
He was in the fight. You're telling me, he's gonna. I'm sure he gets, beat around. A
He
little bit.
does.
He's not bleeding.
There's no
or
purple
anything.
or a little bit of green tinge
Yeah.
to his skin.
Not even. How and why is he captured when Gravik and his plan doesn't start till after Nick Fury abandoned them after the blip?
Yeah.
These are the fucking... Like, because if that is their thinking, Marvel, these are the shit you used to have locked down better. Because that makes no sense. It's years before Gravik is supposed to be enacted his plan.
hang on.
Also, the freaking how many years in Endgame is the big gap? Was it like
5.
5 years.
5 years? So Gravik and everyone, all the Skrulls are just sitting around not doing anything for like 10 years.
Oh, maybe they're
Did
just
they
living.
get blipped?
Some of them would
Had
have
to
to.
have.
Yeah.
But maybe
Okay.
they're just living. It's like, oh, cool. We have a good home now. We can move out of this nuclear power plant.
I think
And
it's because of reasons,
Yeah.
That's right.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, and even his thing of why he's the face that he's got that face because of the first man. Like, you made me
Yeah.
killed. Does that make me feel sorry for you? I don't give a shit, bro.
I told you to kill him.
My biggest problem with the episode, after saying all of that, though, is Nick Fury has come down, fucking kicked over that hornet's nest, and just booted the shit out of it, and then got back to space.
Yeah.
Like, it is kind of... Obviously, it was bad when he came down, but it's like kind of worse.
Yes!
People are getting assassinated on live TV. Humans and Skrulls.
Yes. I
And then
like
it's
the
like-
idea of war on aliens.
Yeah,
that's
that's
an interesting
interesting.
subplot. The only thing good coming
Hell
out of
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But for Nick to just be like, oh, well,
You come and miss?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was so waiting for her to get sniped at the end there.
So,
I was way like I was like this. I was like, hurry, come on, just do it. And-
she's in Marvels.
yeah.
It's just...
We spoke about that last week.
I was
John.
waiting for him to turn her face when she was green. Nah.
Nah,
By face.
that's the Shatner in him coming out, bro. So, have we covered everyone's elephants yet? Because I still got one.
Yes. Yes.
She's way too OP'd.
Yeah.
How does she exist in this universe? If she turns rogue, who the fuck's gonna stop her?
Oh, Captain Marvel. She's the strongest there is. Didn't you know?
But she's got Captain Marvel plus Groot
Yeah,
plus
it won't matter.
Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk and old. Did I see the dude that was with Ebony Moore, the big dude?
Cull Obsidian.
Her
Yeah.
arm, his arm.
Cull Obsidian was on the list too.
But she's good. It's all right.
Because his arm...
For how long?
She's good, don't worry.
She's terrible. That bitch can't act. I said it before the first episode, and I stand by it. She is horrible. I know you love her, Dave, but she is fucking shit.
I think I worked it out. It's the first couple of seasons of Game of Thrones you liked, wasn't it?
No, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
too. She
Yeah.
can't act, but
No, that's right. Because then she changed her contract and things went away,
things my way.
and then it was just acting.
Nah, I reckon she could be like a decent action hero because she was okay in Genesis.
Oh,
I think she played like...
Like I reckon she's more like an action lead than a
I don't think she's got the
drama shit.
charisma for
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
I
you
don't think
don't-
so. I'd like her more when she's playing like a bit more bubbly, a bit more outgoing. I think
Yes.
she's much better at that.
Yes, I
Yeah.
would probably.
yeah, not badass.
Because in this,
it's all
she had no
badass.
range in this. She was very.
Like, you wouldn't have known her dad died. I know she didn't have a
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
with her dad, but still, you're going to have... Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah, real departure. Like, of course you knew a fight was going to come, but
Not like.
wow.
It just completely defied
Everything they were building.
The foundation that was
100%.
laid, right?
100%.
Yeah.
And I
So-
understand that she's going to want to have, he's killed her mum and dad. But the whole show's been about Nick Fury and him, and it's not even Nick Fury and him at the end.
You know, it's like...
Like,
I would have loved if they souped up Nick Fury. It would have been...
I would have been way more cool.
Yeah.
It's like in Little Mermaid, right? Like they kind of fix this in the live action where, the whole conflict is between Ursula and Ariel, and then in the animated movie, Eric just shows up and fucking kills Ursula at the end.
Because he's a man bug.
Yeah, because he just shows up and out of
He's got the
nowhere, and
trident.
then there's no stakes between them.
Yeah.
In the live action, they gave that to Ariel, and Ariel kills Ursula at the end.
Of course.
It just makes more narrative sense. But
the
here,
woman he loved was getting killed, so that he defended her. What do you mean? There's no reason?
what? No, I'm not saying there's no reason.
No, but you said no reason for him to show up. Like, of course there's reason.
I didn't say that. I meant like the narrative, the whole drama is between like the conflict is between Ariel and Ursula in the narrative, in the story, right?
I get that, but
Eric doesn't know who the fuck Ursula is.
no, but he sees the woman he loves being attacked.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
That's fine.
Ariel's gonna give
Cool,
him
but,
so
like-
much shit if he doesn't do anything.
If the movie's called Little Mermaid, I'd rather Little Mermaid fucking kill the villain.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
Yeah.
It's her movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's the problem with this. Because Gaia had a very good reason.
Yeah,
But it's
absolutely.
Nick Fury's show.
Yeah. And just from a narrative, just building blocks perspective, when your protagonist doesn't really,
Do anything.
yeah,
At the end, right?
exactly.
Kissed a green chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially, like you kind of compare the Gaia and Gravik fight with how Rhodey went down. It was just so, it was like raw and it was real, and he just gets headshot
Yeah.
and he's dead.
Yeah.
Like just very real.
But
Right?
yeah, the hospital shit was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That was the only good bit of the episode.
He just gets shot in the head and he dies. That's it. It's not dramatic or anything.
No.
And then you look at the fucking superpower beatdown fight that's happening over there.
But see, that's the problem. That was what they felt was missing from this show, but that's what was so great about this show, that it was missing.
Yeah.
It was like Endor when you didn't see lightsabers and you didn't see,
Yeah.
then you see a little stormtrooper 6 episodes in and
Especially
shit. Like,
isn't the
absolutely.
point of variety?
well, yeah, you
Yes,
don't
right.
need pointing
But
at
they
everything.
do it all the time. Moon Knight and his Superman,
Yeah.
One Division in their
Fucking crazy fight.
suburban
Yeah.
nut flying fight. I don't know. And even Nick Fury going back, who runs this base where he's up there?
The sword base,
Yeah,
essentially.
like
Yeah.
wouldn't that be governmenty? That are just anti-him and anti-aliens and just nothing makes sense.
You'll
man.
see in Abigail eventually, I guess.
Yeah, but who's funding them? The US government
George Soros.
that have just been like, aliens, or you're dead. But like they've got Nick Fury having a secret base. Just I don't know. Nothing makes sense.
Banging aliens on a
Sick
secret
of
base.
watching shit
Put him
where
on the moon.
it's like just don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much.
It unfortunately from the first 5 episodes did not feel like that style of show and quickly became
Yep.
that.
Yeah, like everything in that episode, nothing makes sense.
Nothing.
Let's just don't worry about it.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
Let's go. On to the next.
Yeah.
Next.
You just ruined a great series. Yeah. I'm very oh, it was. That's what. On to the next. And what is next? Because everything's been pushed back. Bunch of shit's been pushed back.
Yeah.
And that's only, we saw that
Need
last
more
week.
scabs going.
I'm still available for acting.
Scab.
You're telling me there's like not thousands of like struggling actors in America that will go, screw the guild, I'll go.
Of course.
You know? Because like otherwise they'll never get a break.
But those people will never get a job again.
Oh, you know, but they might never get a job at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but these actors are also... They're going to come and get you.
Oh, they will. They will.
All right.
Goddamn, Ron Perlman's threatening to burn some damn dude's house down.
Well, they did. One of the guys, the
best.
head guys, did say, "Let's wait till
Yeah,
they're
of
out on the
course.
street." So
But yeah, his reply was so good.
Yeah.
Like, that was very... Whew. Oh, shouldn't have said that, man.
Okay, next up. Invincible. They dropped a...
Oh, let's talk about good TV, yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it. Surprise episode, special episode, Adam Eve kind of origin. It's very cool. Kind of gross.
Oh, man. Fight. Woo! Some cool fights.
Yeah, the animation stepped up a notch.
Kira Kids, Dave.
Huh?
I was just waiting for Tesso!
Yeah, a bunch of science experiment children with that can't keep their flesh on their on their bones. It kind of just slops off. It's very gross.
Yeah.
I had a dog with something similar like that recently, just slopping out. Gross. So you were saying before the pod the animation style has really amped up a little bit since the last season.
Yeah, I think so. Because the first season, you understand it, but I wasn't a big fan of it. A lot of the backgrounds and a lot of the kind of extras, quote unquote, were just 3D models. So yeah, I'd be watching. Yeah, Mark would be talking to Eve or something, and in the background there'd be school kids walking around, and they're just 3D models that have been kind of like cell shaded. And I'm just looking at them the whole time, like, I don't like that. I didn't really notice anything like that in this special.
They have AI now.
And
in the middle, there wasn't a lot of as much crowd. It was very just main characters.
Yeah, exactly.
But it looked nicer. It looked crisper.
And the choreography, like what the characters were doing, looked incredible. Awesome.
When you say main characters, you said this was, because I haven't watched it again. I will watch it this week. I forgot. It's a background story of her.
Yes.
So how much of the main cast do you get for this? Like, do you get Mantzoukas and all those kind of guys, or
You get Adam Eve and the Guardians of the Globe, and
Yeah.
that's about
There was a post-credit
that's what I
scene.
thought,
Did you see the post-credit scene?
No.
Because, I got out of it straight away. But, there's a post-credit scene.
I let it go for a little bit, and then it seemed to be okay.
Yeah, it's post. It's post.
Well, sorry, let's just go back. Secret, no post-credit, nothing.
Yeah.
Is that a massive departure? Like, I understand not at the end of every episode, but the last episode, there's normally something.
You would think,
That's
when
your
you're going
thing.
back, Marvel's...
That's
coming
your
out,
thing you do. Okay,
You know
cool.
what would have been perfect in that? You see, what's a
Another
concert?
Draxon.
Oh, what's Elaine?
yeah.
Yeah, you just
Countess.
go.
Countess.
Okay, we've been tasked to take care of all these scrolls. And just start a little. Yeah.
But that's what... What's the name's doing?
That's what Amelia,
Not
Coleman.
Olivia
Olivia
Colman.
Colman's
Not
doing.
Union Jack.
Not really.
That's not what they're doing. That's exactly what her and Guy
He's
are
the
doing.
guy's the new leader of the Skrulls, and they're going to work it out.
Yeah.
Work it out.
But Adam Eve, it's all flashback. Like, you get her birth, and she starts being a superhero at 10 or 12 or something.
Is it like gory from the get-go when she's like 10, or is it a little bit tamer?
When she's a little bit older,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When she's, what would you say, like 14
Yeah,
or 15
yeah,
or something?
yeah.
It's
I'd say no older than 14, right? Because if
Yeah.
Mark's 16...
Oh, and you do, like, Mark is in the post.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it
Yeah.
yet, but he looks pretty young from what
Oh,
I
no,
saw.
I did see that.
You did see that?
He's
Okay.
his costume.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I did see that. Sorry. I
Okay,
did,
cool,
I did,
cool.
I did. Yeah, and he's like 12 or something, 10.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, yeah. Yeah, the animation was fantastic.
Yeah.
And the story was good. You cared. The doctor guy was cool. I thought a little more anime-looking animation, too. I thought. Or the doctor might have just been Asian, and I'm racist.
You hide an Asian, you're not racist, man. It's okay.
I think it was one of Lance Reddick's last kind of roles as well. He was like a government dude.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like Cecil-ish.
Yeah. Very good. Recommend it.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll
Can't wait
I'll
for
watch it this
season
week. I'm annoyed I forgot.
Yeah, it's the only thing that made you want
Yeah.
more now.
I wish I'd watched that instead of Twisted Metal.
Yeah. Right after this, I watched season 1 again. The whole thing.
Yeah, I'll be doing that shortly, I think.
Yeah, it's October, isn't it? It's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I think I have to read it again.
It's also good.
Actually,
writing.
that's a really good call.
Yeah.
I've got that compendium sitting there.
Alrighty. It's time to get into the film flashback. Jason, what was your film
My
flashback?
film flashback this week. Obviously, the theme is a movie you've seen that you like that nobody else has seen. So my choice was Peanut Butter Falcon. It stars Shia LaBeouf and Down syndrome kid playing a Down syndrome kid. The kid is got no family, so he's in state care.
That's
but
such a shit situation.
yeah, in a
God,
old
I
folks'
hate-
home, and he tries to escape multiple times. The movie, the first escape attempt, he gets an old lady to swap her pudding and then fake a heart attack so he can run out the door. And so this is like the opening scenes of the movie. And then he just gets crash tackled from off camera by a goddamn giant orderly, and I'm like, I'm sold on this movie already.
I just love the sheet of paper to work out
Yes.
the whole plan. It's so damn good.
And the kid, greases up and gets out of his bars, and his mission is to go to the saltwater rednecks wrestling school that, spoilers when they find it, hasn't been a wrestling school for like 20 years. But he meets Shia, he's going through some tough times, I think Shia LaBeouf was excellent in this.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I always like Shia LaBeouf. He's a strange character.
I was
think he's
so
had some
close
issues, DV issues as well, but I don't
Yes.
know about that.
I was so close to watching this movie after they talked about it on Hot Ones.
Right.
Did you see his Hot Ones?
No,
It's
no.
pretty good. It's pretty good. It just
Because
you
I
get
remember-
more insight into him.
When I-
Yeah.
Because I think when I've watched it the first time, like the writer-directors met the kid, and then he's like, I would like to be a movie star, and they're like, fuck, and wrote a movie for him.
Oh, nice.
Basically,
Nice.
right? And like he does excellent.
He's great.
He's really good.
And like it would be a challenging production. Like the movie's like clearly indie and cheap as well. Like
very much so.
all the extras are some very not actors, I don't think.
Definitely not.
Like that Fisher dude.
Oh my, that was
Yeah.
poor teeth that
Yeah.
scene, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
He's someone's friend,
yes.
uncle.
It was, I just really like it. Yeah, I don't know. Just something about it, I like it. Admittedly, it's a dude running around in his undies for about 20 minutes on his way to a wrestling school. It just hit my heart.
He's sort of looking in the mirror.
Yeah, a little bit.
A couple of double takes, yeah. Is that the guy in the comic shop?
Yeah, and it was just, 100%. It's just a heartwarming.
So much heart.
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson was alright.
Yeah. Oh, that was some of my favourite scenes. Like when she first rocks up and she's trying to put his shirt on, and like she was like, "You're a 20-year-old man. You can put a t-shirt on."
Yeah.
No, that was
It's a
great.
baby himself
Yeah, do it
thing,
himself,
and
yeah.
like
Yeah.
those conversations, like the one on the boat where he's like,
Yeah,
"Put your head under the water."
yeah.
Like they call him a retard. I didn't call him. You did. Like I thought that was great.
What's rule number one?
yeah.
Party.
Yes.
You got boots now. You're not going to slow down. Slow me down. So good.
And I felt that there's a lot of scenes that are like off script and a little legit,
ad-lib,
and
like
he's
this.
just
100%.
being him.
Yeah. You know that scene in the diner where she's on the phone and then him and Shia kind of just doing something off over
Yes.
there? That felt very real,
Very
right?
so.
Yeah, there was a few times. But even like when I thought they're explaining to her what adventures they've been on and like, you know, gonna get hit by the boat and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And he sort of, I think, stutters and like looks at Shia and is like, "Oh, it's your story, you tell." Like obviously just a bit of a prompt and
Yeah.
you know, I was like, that's just real. Like he's lost his train of thought.
That had me. That bit had me. I'm like, they're not going to get... Swim, motherfucker! Yeah, man, it was a fun movie. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected to.
You know, movies got you when like we've seen a lot of movies. You kind of know like the main guy is safe, right? But,
Yeah.
And then if the movie's written well and you care enough that you're kind of reacting like that.
100%.
Yeah.
And again, I know when the main guy is also Down syndrome, go, you know he's safe as hell.
Yeah.
They're not going to kill
Yes,
a Down
yes.
syndrome kid that's the main actor. But
It
you're
grips
right.
you, and you're like,
A good writer. Well,
You forget about that.
Good
You
writer,
forget
good
about-
acting. Yeah.
You forget about those rules, and you're just like,
Because I loved it. Like, the heart of Shy, like, you can't swim, let's work something out. So he's got the bags, you're tired. I'm going to do everything I can do to get you across. All you need to do, bro, is stay afloat and kick.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That
Very
was
cool.
excellent. Though my favourite scene in the movie might be Shia LaBeouf punches a 10-year-old in the face.
that's amazing.
So
That
good.
kid... And, hey,
Shut his mouth?
kudos to that kid. Stitches get stitches,
Yep.
and he shut his mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, especially after copping a punch. Yeah. Because it just, a lot of it felt very real. You're like, one, Carolinas are a shithole. Yeah, I just really like
And you got Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah.
Because it's double off for me, because he's one of the main actors in Twisted Metal.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah. Wish it was cooler.
It
But
was
yeah.
just, his scenes like when they go to the house and he's like, and they send him away, and then when he rocks up
That's great.
in the car,
the payday
yeah, told you he was real. So good, I really liked it.
And a really cool, weird, but ending.
Yes,
Like, he got his comeuppance,
yes,
but he also got a family.
yeah.
It was really cool.
I think I was reading I think the studio were like, no, you should kill him at the end, and they were like, no.
Yeah, because it's not that
that's
kind
not
of
that kind of movie.
Because how sad is it her
Yeah.
and
Yes,
the
100%.
kid
She's
driving?
already a widow. You know, like,
Jesus.
yeah, nah.
Bloody studio.
Like, you understand, it's a bit Of course he survives, but it's sometimes the obvious
right way
choice ain't the wrong choice.
right.
Exactly. Sometimes you're meant to feel good
Yes,
after watching a movie.
yes.
Not, yeah.
Yes.
Unless it's Batman in Paris. He shouldn't be in Paris. At the end of Batman,
Yes.
what's he? Him and then
Oh,
Michael,
yeah,
Michael
yes.
Caine sees him. No, Batman doesn't get that ending.
Yes.
That's what the whole Dark Knight movie was about.
Yes.
People hate Batman because, you know, he's Batman.
Master Bruce, I
Master
always,
Wayne.
I always dreamed
Blow the bloody doors off.
that we would be in Paris.
This is Dave's audition tape for anything.
God,
It's better than his Sam Jackson we heard before.
You don't want to hear that.
we don't believe that
Don't
one.
want to hear that.
No cultural
I was just doing
appropriation.
mannerisms. I couldn't do.
Yeah, let's just stop right now. So, Dylan, you're up next, champion.
We got good ratings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, ratings.
I'll
Seven.
give this a 9. I really like it. I really like it.
8.
7.
Oh, it's hard. 8.5. Can I do 8.5?
Of course
Yes,
you
you
can.
can.
All right,
what you want?
8.5. Yeah.
Nitin, hope you get
You
those
might not
scores,
like
buddy. Write them down, champion.
Yeah.
He'll watch this part.
Yeah.
That's what he did last week.
That's right.
All right, I'm up next. I was tossing up between 2 movies, but I'm going to go with my original choice. Disney's Hercules.
Right.
Okay.
So I was thinking about Tarzan. I also love Tarzan.
I do want to see that scene where he's supposedly holding the rope with his butt because he's holding the chick. There's like they're swinging
Oh, yeah!
and he's
Forgot
holding the
about-
chick.
That's right.
But yeah, he's
Yeah.
He's got a clench, bro.
clenching.
Yeah. Okay, so I've gone with Hercules, which is basically Superman the musical with gospel music soundtrack.
Fuck's sake.
It's
Yeah,
great!
there's a reason I haven't seen it. There's 2 voices. Give me some hope.
I don't remember. James Woods is Hades.
Okay, that's all right.
Josh Keaton is
Oh,
young
Spider-Man.
Hercules. I don't know who's adult Hercules. I can't remember who
Please
the
be
love
Kevin
interest
Sorbo.
is. That'd be great. If it was.
Disappointed.
It wasn't Brendan Fraser, was it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. I really like it.
Cool.
I don't know if that's going to be
Tate Donovan.
the consensus.
consensus?
Yeah.
That's okay, Dylan.
I'm guessing it's on Disney.
Tarzan was probably the safer bet, but Hercules is just a Superman musical.
Fair enough.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. And it's cool.
Okay. Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito's a little satyr, a little goat man.
Finally, Keith David doing some voiceover work. Good to see.
He has like 2 lines.
Damn it!
He's Aries, right? Yeah,
I don't know.
He's Aries. Or Polar, one of them. It's a cool movie.
It'll go over well at my house at least, I'm sure. Maybe not by me. But...
Yeah, this was like... I think I liked this more than Tarzan as a kid. Yeah, this is like my favorite Disney
I
movie.
think I'm going to watch Tarzan.
With Phil Collins soundtrack.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
take
going to
it,
watch
gospel.
Hercules.
All right, I think that wraps us up for this week.
No, I got one question.
What? What's your question?
Are you gonna get the Spider-Man PS5?
No.
Okay. That wraps us up for this week.
Continue.
Are you?
Like, subscribe, tell a friend. What else am I missing?
Review?
Hi, Dave. Review? Yeah.
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 Hopefully Nitin will be back next week to wrangle Dave.
God damn. He'll be wrangling him, all right. Wrangling his brains out.
All right, we'll catch you guys next week.
Boy.